Hey everyone, Maestro here. I am the football enthusiast. So, today's video will be about, once again, I want to talk about the Premier League title race. I've been meaning to make this video for quite some time, for like a week or so, but life and work kind of got in the way. And I thought to myself, I really should make this video before the City game against Southampton. I failed that because the game just finished, but I thought, that I can still make this video definitely before the Liverpool vs Arsenal game. Now, the reason why I'm making this video now is because I think we're entering into crunch time. I think this is it. We have 9 games left to go for both teams, and I think in the next month or two, so with the fixtures coming up for Arsenal specifically, as well as City, but mainly Arsenal, I think we will have a storm coming in the way of the Premiership, and we could see something crazy happen. And I want to kind of talk through that, the fixtures, and how I think ultimately how this league will finally end. If I think Arsenal really can go all the way, 30, like if my opinion has changed 30 games in, or if I feel like City can kind of once again steady the ship and capitalize on Arsenal's mistakes that will come. So, firstly, let's talk about today. Today, Southampton City. Look, Southampton are a team struggling and they're fighting relegation. And at this time of the season, there's always, sometimes when you play teams that are fighting for relegation, it's tougher than fighting a team that's kind of safe in mid-table because, well, this team actually has something to fight for. They have more incentive to go out there and be their best selves. That wasn't the case for City. Clean 4-0, 4-1 win. It really was just a simple win. A win we've seen quite a bit this season. A win we've seen many times last season. Just City cruising, being their true selves and just dominating the game and putting away a much lesser team with great ease. Haaland once again 2 goals. He's just continuing that great form. He just stopped scoring goals. I believe that's 28 or 29 goals in the Premiership. I might be wrong. I'm not entirely sure. But that's not really important. What's important is the 3 points for City. And the table now looking like this. So both teams, 29 games played. Arsenal sit on 72, City 67. Arsenal 5 points ahead. Both have the same games. That's how it currently looks right now. Now, let's firstly look at the fixtures on our way. Now, as I'm sure you're all well aware, tomorrow is a big one. It's Anfield. It's a place where title champions should be winning at. If you really are what you say you are, this is a place where you come, and it's a tough place, but if Arsenal want to be champions, I feel like they have to win here. It's always going to be tough, They are having a season that is very forgetful for Liverpool. I'm sure they want to just throw away the season just as quickly as possible and kind of start over again next year. But that doesn't, for me personally as an Arsenal fan, I'm still so terrified of this team. Especially at Anfield. If this was at the Emirates, I'd feel calm. I'd feel assured of a win. But I am not that right now because it's at Anfield. And it is noteworthy that the last time this team played at Anfield, they beat Man United 7-0. It's also very noteworthy that Arsenal have a terrible record at Anfield in the last 5 years. I believe Arteta is yet to win at Anfield in his reign. So, even with the way things have gone for both teams this season, I am still scared shitless. And it is a big one because for Arsenal, it starts a very tough, rough end to the season. So, look, it's not the worst fixture list, but it is tough. But let's just go through it. So Arsenal, what they have remaining is, of course, tomorrow Liverpool, Anfield. So that's already a screamer. West Ham away, Southampton home, City away. That's a huge one. Chelsea at home, Newcastle away, Brighton home, Nottingham Forest away, and Wolverhampton home. Now let's go and see what City have left. So now they have Champions League games as well, but that could be a factor. But we won't mention those. We'll just mention the Premiership games. The next Premiership game is Leicester home. Arsenal. Wait, sorry. They have a Brighton game, but it's postponed. So the next game is Leicester at home. Then it's Arsenal at home, Fulham away, West Ham at home, Leeds home, Everton away, Chelsea home, Brentford away. So I think and also Brighton away, but we don't know when that's going to be. It's postponed for now. I'm not sure. So off the bat, I think we can all agree Arsenal's fixtures are significantly harder. I think most people will agree that it's not significantly, but it is a harder fixture list as opposed to City's. But City, see, with Arsenal, this is all the games they have left. They are in the English Premiership is the only competition they are in. They're out of the Europa League, FA Cup. It's only the Premiership. City are still fighting for the Champions League as well as the FA Cup. So that could be a factor. But if you're asking me whose fixture list I would have, it would definitely be City's. Seeing that, how the Premiership looks. I understand they have more games with the Champions League and the FA Cup, but with a team as experienced as City, they've been there so many times. They're always fighting for these trophies at this point of the season. They've been here before. They're so experienced. I don't think it will have as much an effect as people will think it will on their fixtures for the Premiership. So I would still rather have City's fixture list, even with the more games. Because Arsenal's is just... firstly, I want to go through these fixtures and tell you what I think are surefire wins. And you guys, please join in down below. West Ham away. I'm going to tell you what I think should be surefire wins, okay? Because we know it's football. Who knows what's going to happen. West Ham away. Newcastle just beat this team 5-1. 5-1 away. Arsenal should definitely get a clean win. Southampton home, of course, surefire win. Chelsea home. I can't believe I'm saying that because it's Chelsea, but with how they are this season, this must be a surefire win. Nah. Brighton at home. Forest away, Wolves away. So the games that, of course, worry me. The game tomorrow at Anfield. The game at Etihad, of course, and the game at Newcastle. These are the games that extremely worry me. Now, of course, Brighton also worries me. They're a great team. Chelsea worries me because yes, they're a terrible team, but they have players of quality that can produce something, and maybe Frank Lampard will get them to be able to play at a level that is somewhat sufficient against Arsenal. We will see. But the ones that worry me, yes, Anfield, Etihad, Newcastle, St. James's Park, I believe is that stadium called. I might be wrong. Those are the three that very worry me, and it's tough games. Now, with all of that being said, I now need to I want to make my decision on how I think this will go. It's tough because I believe City are back, by the way. Watching them against Liverpool, watching them today against City, and watching them the last month or so, I think this is a team that once again knows how to win when they play bad, and also can get to that level where they play free-flowing football and just demolish teams easily. So here's how I think it will go for City. I think they'll beat Leicester. I think they will beat Brighton. I think they'll beat Arsenal. I do. I think they'll win at Etihad. I think they'll beat Fulham. I think they'll beat West Ham. I think they'll beat Leeds, Everton, Chelsea, and Brentford. But here's the thing. That is the logical thing to go for. But as we know, as history tells us, that probably will not be happening. So I'm going to go on a limb here and try and find 2 losses. Sorry, 2 games where they'll drop points, not 2 losses. I'm going to try and find 2 games here where they'll drop points. Let me think. I'm going to go with Brighton away. And Everton away. Those are the 2 games that I think they could very well drop points in. In terms of what is the most likely game they'll drop points in, Brighton away is probably the most likely game, but also Arsenal at home. That could be a game, of course. I mean, Arsenal. Look, the reason why I say City will win at home is because they're very 2 similar strength teams right now this season. and it's City's home, so it's just logical to choose that City will win. But of course, with Arsenal, if they play to how they have played all season, and City somewhat drop their quality, then Arsenal will actually definitely get some points from that game. But Brighton away is the one for, I think, and Everton away is just. I'm just going out the limb here and say they'll drop points there. Arsenal, I think they'll draw against Liverpool. Actually, I'm not. See, this one is crazy because I can see a win, but do you know what? I'm going on the limb here. I think they'll beat Liverpool, beat West Ham, Southampton, lose against City, beat Chelsea, draw against Newcastle, beat Brighton, beat Nottingham Forest, and beat Wolverhampton. That's my prediction for how this table will go. Now, with that being said, that means that Arsenal will win the league. With those fixtures and the predictions I've given for those fixtures, that means Arsenal, I think, will win the league by 2 points, something like that. But this is not how football works. I hate predictions because it ignores the fate of football. You know, this is not how football does not work like this, where just on a paper you just give predictions and it just comes out. Sometimes games could look heavily in one favor, but as we all know, more often than not, it's just a completely different story. It's not one-sided, and maybe Arsenal, like for example, a game like Arsenal against Southampton, maybe they still destroy Southampton, but maybe Southampton made it much more harder than it was first thought out to be. So, with all of this said, I think my prediction halfway through the season was Arsenal to win the league, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick with it. I do think City are back to playing much better than they were for the most of the season, as well as close to the level of last season. But I think Arsenal have proven to me, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but they've proven to me that they are currently the best team in the country. And with the fixtures coming up, yes, it's tough, it's stern, it's tough, it's rough. But I'm gonna go ahead and also it's the biggest, it's the toughest fixture list I can think of. Like, it's the toughest run of the whole season. They won't be playing any more game. They won't have played a tougher run of games the entire season. But I think they'll rise up to it. And I think this team, with the mentality that's been installed into that side from Arteta, will pull through. And I'm going out on a limb here. This game means everything. Liverpool vs Arsenal. I think they'll win this game, and I think that will truly ignite this ember that's been ignited by Arteta from the start. Like it will ignite this team to a huge fire and push them forward for the rest of the season. With the current 5-point gap they already have, I think that cushion itself will be somewhat just about efficient enough to give them some leeway to push through and win the league, which will be insane. But I just want to make this very clear right now. I will not be surprised at all if City come through and they win the league. It's a tough set of fixtures from Arsenal, and with City, they seem to have reverted to their level of last season as of right now. So I'm just want to let you guys know this prediction is not. I'm not 100% certain on this. I'm kind of actually 55-45. That's probably more accurate. 55-45 on Arsenal. That's it. But let me know what you guys think down below. I mean, this title race is just crazy. It's killing me as an Arsenal fan myself. I am dying here. I'm so proud of what this team has already achieved. I've never expected this at all. This was never part of the plan. Fourth was part of the plan. Fourth or third. But here we are with our worst position. Probably the worst we can do is second. That's just insane to me, and I'm so happy with this team and its progress, but I can't help but I want that title so freaking bad. Please, I just want it so bad, but we will see how it goes. I'm going to trust in my boys. Hopefully they pull through. City are a terrifying team, but I just have faith that yes, with the fixtures that are coming, it's tough, but with what they have already proven to us, Arsenal, this season, I think they'll pull through. That's the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked, please leave a like. If you enjoyed and want to see more, please subscribe. If you guys want to keep up to date with when these videos go live, you can check me out on Twitter at the Maestro Style. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please take care of yourselves and have a great day. Cheers.